is lonely. How did this couple find each other? John Rains went into the war in 1942. He, like many others serving in World War II, wanted someone to write to, somebody to come home to. A friend he'd made, Melvin Billings, told John to write his sister, Isel Billings, who went by her middle name Virginia. After talking for 2 years, my grandfather, John, told Virginia about a dream he had that he had asked her to marry him. Having never even met in person, Virginia wrote back to John saying that she accepted his accidental proposal. My grandfather came home to Missouri for leave around June 15, 1945, after being in the war for 3 years. John took a train to Iowa to finally meet Virginia in person. On June 19, 1945, they were married at the Graves Evangelical Brethren Church in Waterloo, Iowa. After getting married, John and Virginia took a train back to Eldon, Missouri to meet John's family. John then returned to the service to finish his time with the Army at the end of the war. He returned to California and then traveled to Louisiana, where he was discharged in September of 1945. My grandparents were married for 55 years before my grandmother passed away with cancer in September of 2000. I was 3 years old and hardly knew her. My grandparents had 4 children together and 10 grandchildren. After my grandmother passed away, my grandfather, who lives at the Chula Vista Veterans Home, now has 10 great-grandchildren. My grandparents were married for so long and stands as a great inspiration and memory that 2 people can stay together through anything. Even today, 17 years after my grandmother passed away, my grandfather still wears his wedding ring. He loves and misses her deeply.